In response,
a legacy podcast.
I'm Philipp Klein.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Peter Plank.
And we're here and talking about legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Sometimes other stuff.
But everything's magic related at least. So today I think one of the biggest news that we had in the last days was the banning of MTG Hofbot or Anton Bersovic live on stream during his league. I think he played a modern league, I think.
Could be.
On MTGO. And yeah, do you want to tell us what happened, Peter?
Quickly summarize it maybe.
For everybody who hasn't followed it.
It was that the MPL, the Magic Pro League, that a few Magic esports athletes directly sponsored by Wizards of the Coast were informed prior to everyone other in the game that the Pro Tour will be moved to online, if I remember correctly, to Arena. And he got the information from an MPL member, yet not revealed, and told the public about the changes. This led to investigation regarding the unknown MPL member and MTG Hofbot or Austin Bersovic choose not to tell Wizards of the Coast who the member was, and that led to his banning on MTGO, Arena, and his DCI number or his Wizards account, so that he is not allowed to play in any MTG event in the future. And yeah.
So you basically say he is banned for not being a rat?
Yeah, he's banned just for not telling them who the transparent guy was who wanted to even the playing field, which is 2 weeks prior information led to an unfair advantage for all MPL members, which would have been seeable in the tournament, I think.
Actually, I think it's outrageous. It shouldn't be. Wizards shouldn't do something like that. Actually, not banning Austin for this, and also not doing this in the first place. Yeah. So I think the integrity of competitive Magic is very
it's in danger.
In danger, yeah, with this really
with
bad decision.
Yeah, it's just like everything in it's a very American way of solving things. It's just like every whistleblower case in America where they get tracked down and they want to get rid of someone. It's the same with, I don't have the whistleblowers in mind who I'm talking about, but yeah, the guy from, how is it called? WikiLeaks?
Snowden, Edward Snowden.
No, Snowden was the other guy.
Okay.
But the guy from WikiLeaks and Snowden, they were. It's just an American way of solving problems, just the same as here. But we have to state we are talking now on the 26th. And it's just a recent case. It was over the weekend, and maybe when the episode comes out, there are new information. So we are in the past and not in the future. So we don't know really anything that can happen that will be in the future.
26th of May.
What is amazing is the support of non-MPL members and some MPL members of Austin Bersovic. That's really amazing because he really deserves credit for everything he's doing.
For evening the playing field.
For evening the playing field. it would be messed up if we have to deal with an uneven playing field for MPL members. I mean, they have the rival league, or I don't know if they even have the rival league anymore, because as far as I read the new information regarding from Wizards of the Coast, there are several structures cut that I think they made the output of money decrease by about 2
millions, yeah.
2 millions this year, which is, yeah, I mean,
which is ridiculous, because Hasbro has really great earnings this
I think they had a 20% increase in the last quarter, which is amazing for a company, and then they
during the COVID crisis, to say so.
I mean, it's amazing. The whole card market and the casual playing games are on a rise. It was that maybe Exploding Kittens, the card game.
Yeah.
It was you were unable to purchase it.
Is it also from Hasbro?
No, it's from another producer, but you were unable to buy it from Amazon and various other sites because it was just that searched for. Like the Nintendo Switch, for example.
You can get it with the quarantine, and
with the quarantine you need something to do, and card games and stuff like that is really great if you guys
if you have you've got enough spare time and
so the sales increased, and now they cut the prize money.
WotC has made some bad decisions over the last weeks, not just the printings of the companions, which
I don't know where they tested it, but
they didn't test it. They also didn't get that Oko elk opposing creatures, so opposing permanents.
I get their response from Oko because they said they changed, I think, the elk ability really late in the design process.
Okay.
I think it was a few days prior to finishing the set.
Okay.
Was it like changing from minus to plus? The ability?
Maybe. Maybe they thought it could be, because I think for standard, if the minus one is if the plus one is a minus one, he's really way too mediocre, because what can he do in standard? And if they only test for standard, it really makes sense, because it's just a planeswalker for 3 that enters the battlefield and makes goes up to loyalty or down to loyalty 3 then, and the creature he elks will kill him. So he's just a bad removal spell.
Yeah.
And that would make sense. The problem is with the +1, they thought maybe he's okay in standard or something like that, because if you just +1, you can't ultimate the next turn and he won't live. But with the +2, he will live the next turn. That's okay, even if the +1 is a -1. But in the Eternal formats, it's way too good.
Yeah.
I mean, they banned it in Standard, Modern,
Pioneer.
Brawl, also Brawl.
Pioneer. He's suspended in Historic. If it's really in the last few days in design process that they changed it, it's okay. But the problem I see is everyone is talking about you need diversity in the gameplay. You need the things to change up and something like that. And now they are printing so many cards that just increase how's it called? I missed the English word.
The power level, basically.
The power creep.
They increase the consistency of the cards.
Okay, yeah.
And something like the companions, you will, every time you have a companion, the companion is in your starting hand. It's.
I get your point, but Magic is always a game that is driven by randomness. Let's say things that you can't influence. But speaking strictly about competitiveness, wouldn't it be a good idea then to establish a game where we can mostly focus on skill rather than chance or probabilities and randomness that influence the outcomes of games.
If the diversity is great enough, then I can agree. Yeah, I think for me, is the problem with the companions that Mark Rosewater said. It's just an accurate thing. So you have these 10 hybrid mana costed companions, and these are not really tested. And if you just have these 10, then it's always wrong to not play one of these 10 companions. If you have, I don't know, 200 companions, that would open a lot of design space and a lot of deck diversity. If you don't get, if it's not wrong to not play it like that, or don't play Yorion or don't play Lurrus. Or, I mean, Lurrus is banned now. And for good reason, because
it was way too good.
Way too good. Even like the other podcasters often said, even the card itself
is fine.
Is fine without the companion mechanic.
Yeah, it would be a really great design.
It was a great card.
The card would be amazing to play with, but
with the companion mechanic, it's just too good.
That's a reason many people praised that only the cards are banned as companions, which would lead to great brewers moments that you can play, brew up really cool decks, just like don't know, Dead Gale or something like that could be maybe revived with such cards, but now they are banned from the whole format, and it's a shame that you can't use those good designed cards in a game because they just messed up one big mechanic.
Yeah, I also think companion, the cards itself promote very interesting deck building, decisions, and also good gameplay. But I think it's just wrong to play against Lurrus this, Lurrus that, or Yorion this, Yorion that. That's just not diverse, in my opinion. I think if you have enough of diverse companions, then surely it would be a different Magic that we know, but it would be okay.
But let's see at the situation here we have in Legacy. We banned Lurrus now. And
Surda.
And Surda,
yeah. Maybe I would expect that maybe the next card that would be banned is Yorion.
Yeah, for sure.
But what happens after that? Do you think that we have the next best companion that is basically the best deck? Or do we divert to, let's say, a more normal version of Legacy? Because I think despite Surda, Lurrus, and maybe now Yorion, all the other companions are not that impactful.
No, they are fine.
Yeah.
I mean, Lutri is too much of a restriction in Legacy.
I would say so, yeah.
Obosh is
extreme
problematic
restriction,
because it's in Legacy you need to play on the curve, and there are various 2-mana and 4-mana spells you need.
Yeah.
Garuda is the deck itself. It's just a better Belcher deck, I think.
Yeah.
There are also there's also a Tin Fins variant now.
With Garuda.
Okay. XJ Cloud played it to I think 4-1, and I don't know if he had made a 5-0, but it looks great. Actually, it looks great.
But it's basically, is it better than the normal version of Tin Fins, or what would you say?
No. I don't think so. I think it's just another niche of the various Tin Fins variants, like Martian Law or Ice Station Zebra or
it's something another
Bizarro Stormy.
It means, for me, of my understanding, that it's fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
It's fine. It's not busted in any ways. Giganta is a value card for Rakdelva. We've seen,
and also Maverick
and
Lance.
And Lance.
Lance also played Giganta.
So it's a fine card. I also saw it in various painter lists already.
Okay.
You can play it in Imperial Painter because you can just play it from the sideboard. I've also saw some guys that played, how's it called? The 10 mana Scarecrow. The commander
The
one.
Reaper King.
King, yeah.
You played Reaper King in the sideboard with Giganta with Khan. Because you can get Reaper King and cast it with Giganta.
For Wuburg, yeah.
Which is amazing. But
But it's cute.
it's
cute. It's
just
fun.
cute.
It's
because you can then play Painter and destroy a creature or something like that. It's just cute.
that's fun.
But that's something fun you can do with a card within its design space, and that's good.
That's also why I think that more companions would have a good impact on the companion mechanic itself.
Yeah.
At first, I was totally against companion as a mechanic. I always thought the 8 card in hand is just too good. But if you, like we said before, if you even the playing field and you have enough companions for a lot of strategies, then it gets really exciting and really interesting. But now it's just a problem of, do I want to play 80 cards or do I want to play 60 cards and have not an 8 card in hand?
I really wait until the problem is that Ur is nowadays way too good to pass on green decks. But if Ur was not here, I maybe see the case to play how's it called, the Nightmare Cat, the 3/3 Cat Lord in the sideboard.
The Kahira, the Orphan Guard.
Yeah. To play this one in a creatureless control deck.
Okay.
Because it's just a free creature. They discussed it while designing the cards, if it's okay, and they said, it's okay that control get a free 8th card within that, but it's just a 3/3 without any relevant text on it in such a deck. And this is okay.
It's just a threat, basically.
It's just a threat you can reliable get.
Funnily enough, I had another idea with Kahira, like some sort of cat stompy, like Soul Lance, Chalice of the Void, Trinisphere, Wasteland, Ghost Quarter, Leonin Arbiter.
Nice.
but you need the green mana for...
No, it's hybrid.
It's hybrid.
It's hybrid, so you don't need the green. And if you need the green, it gets hard on the mana base, for sure. But you could always play it with green and play Choke. So that's the idea I have. Maybe I'll try it. The funny thing is, you can play 3 Kahira in the main deck and 1 in the sideboard and meet the companion restriction.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a rarity.
So you have 3 Lords main and the Lord side, and also
there's
the 3 mana
2/1+2/1 Lord is also there for cats. I think.
for cats.
It's Modern Horizons, if you remember.
A Strength of the Pride, I think it's the name.
I don't
Might
know
be
that.
true, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a 2/1, and all cats get 2 +2
+2/+1. Yeah.
+1. Maybe there is a shell.
Where you can play it. Is Mirror Crusader? No,
but Brimmus is a cat.
Brimmus is a cat.
Brimmus is a cat.
Which shits cats.
Which it's cat. At the top end would probably be Regal Caracal or something.
You can play one of maybe. You can maybe justify. Maybe.
Just the fun of all my decks have probably a fun of.
Yeah, you have to play Vile in such a deck, for sure.
No.
No
Chalice. Not with Chalice. You play Soul Lance, Chromox.
Yeah, you can play 1-drops basically then.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So no love for Savannah Lion.
No love for Savannah Lion.
The best cat of all time. Okay. At least on curve.
But yeah, that's my idea for a Kahira deck. Also, I would play what's it called, a Crucible of Worlds to recur the Ghost Quarters with Leonid Arbiter.
Which is amazing. Yeah, and that's a good example for a perfect designed companion card. It's not busted in any way. It's just a 3/3/3 for a control deck, which is not great. At least the removal from the aggro deck is not bad. And yeah, it's okay. And even if you play Cat Stomping or any other tribal deck, or a Nightmare tribal, if you will,
Elementals.
or elementals, it's fine. It's good. But the problem is with value-driven cards, they are way too easy to stick in any deck. That's the case for Lurus. Yeah. Lurus is a one-card combo with Bauble. If you
nobody's seen it coming, actually.
Yeah. wait to
the first ideas were concerning Lions and Diamond, I think.
Yeah.
And Storm, basically, because you can generate 2 free Storm counters. But as it turned out, Lions and Diamond was definitely not the problem at all with Lurus. I don't think it had any impact. Maybe
and
a little
played
bit.
It, yeah.
I mean, they played it, of course, yeah. But definitely, Mishra's Bauble was
the best card to
the
pair.
best card to pair.
Or Urza's Bauble if you needed to know the cards that were in his hand.
Which deck played Urza's Bauble?
Instead
of Mishra's?
The painted decks played mostly Urza's Bauble because you wanted to know the cards in their hands that if you want to go off in this turn.
Yeah.
I think combo decks that wanted to go off in the turn, they activate the Bauble, want to know the card in the hands, but every other deck I think wanted to know the Mishra's Bauble.
Almost every other deck
because
wanted the Mishra's Bauble.
With fetch lands it's just
such a good combination.
Better. Yeah, that's the problem. Lurus was a value-driven card. I mean, Serda's made the combos way too good.
I mean, I was kind of surprised that Serda was banned, actually.
They talked about it. I think that the Serda deck had an over 60, or around 60 or over 60% win rate.
But they were not that representative.
Because Lurus was around.
Because Lurus, okay.
And the problem
But it had the win rate despite Lurus. So... Yeah.
It was just the best deck. Maybe after
the
Lurus.
The band control Serda was really, really great with Oko and...
I mean, on Everyday Eternal, they talked about it. It's the same deck before Ikoria, but now you have to play very conservative because they have now a combo finish. And Khan is just a really, really good card on its own.
Yeah.
Because you have to fear either how is it called, the lattice.
Lattice.
You have to fear the Oku shenanigans, the Uru shenanigans, and no Uru because you played Serda.
Uru escape mechanic is
it activated ability, or is it an alternative casting cost?
It's activated ability. So you could play Uru with Serda and be completely fine and all restrictions are met.
Yeah, it was just the best deck after it. It was really great. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to play with it because I was brewing around with Mado Painter and stuff like that.
I got my Lurus the day it was banned in the mail.
At least you got only Lurus. I got my place.
I had it in my hand, and then it was banned.
I was in work, and I looked up my phone. At 4 p.m. I got the announcement. Underworld Breach got banned. Then I got home, looked into the mail, saw my new playset Lions at Diamond. That's a problem, not the €5 card.
But Lions at Diamond is always...
Yeah,
you always need it. You always need
it. They won't lose any value.
No. Yeah. And the Lures you can play Modern if you want them.
Yeah,
you can play Burn or Mono-Red Prowess.
I think the last time I played Modern was probably half a year or even a year ago, I don't know.
My last time I played Modern was, I think, in Barcelona.
That was last year
in
September?
August.
August, yeah.
Or September, I don't remember correctly. Could be September. Yeah, the last time I played Modern. Yeah, I played Legacy since then, but I didn't have the time to play Modern anymore.
Yeah, just.
There are better things to do, like Legacy.
yeah, for sure. And brewing things up.
Nah, I can't agree with that one, but yeah.
No, the problem I have with Modern is that my deck is just... I play blue-red.
Tier.
No, Gift Storm is a valid deck in Modern, but...
From time to time, yeah.
If you know the deck and it's in and out, it's really, really good. But yeah, it's
the meta.
The problem is the meta today is.
Yeah.
Burn is the worst matchup you can play against, and I think it has a 13 to 15% online meta game, and it's and blue-red mono-red prowess is the next best deck, and then comes Chant. Do you really want to play Storm in that meta?
Definitely not. Yeah.
Chant is okay. Mm-hmm. I prepared a deck list in Barcelona, which each Chant alive. But yeah, I don't want to brew it up against the fast deck with lures.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably lures will get banned eventually in Modern 2.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they have to.
Yeah, probably.
You have deck diversity, but you don't have the companion diversity. It's
the same like in Legacy.
Yeah.
So they have to take the same action, and we'll see what will the next wave of ban hit in Legacy. Yeah. I don't know if it will be Yorion, but I was a little bit disappointed about that in the last ban announcement. They didn't hit anything of the
Snowco piles.
Holy trifecta of the Snowco piles, Astrolabe, Uro, and Oko.
Yeah,
I don't say that they should ban all three, no, but something of them has to go, in my opinion.
It depends on if Yorion is gone, then maybe the meta will look different.
Then you have this. When Yorion is gone, you have the same Snowco piles like before.
Might be, yeah, for sure. Yeah, might be.
Will still be the best deck, and everyone will play the Labes, and every mid-range or long-range deck in this context will look the same. Mm-hmm. It's always similar colors with Astrolabe and splash 2 colors. Mm-hmm. And that's not where deck diversity should be. Mm-hmm. Not with companions, not without companions. Mm-hmm. There should be mid-range decks that are other colors than blue-green. Mm-hmm. There should be a Grixis control deck, a viable one out there. Maybe even Chant. Yeah, mm-hmm. Chant would be great. Yeah, to have it in the format again. It's probably not good enough, even when they're gone. But
yeah, the problem is that you can pack so many colors into one deck without losing any consistency in their mana base.
And not losing to Wasteland, and not losing to Blood Moon, and playing back to basics and Blood Moon itself.
Yeah, that's basically the crazy part. If you would then have a greedy deck at 4 color,
which loses to turn 1 Blood Moon, that's okay.
Yeah.
They definitely lose sometimes to turn 1 Blood Moon, because you have to have the basic on turn 1.
Yeah,
but they play 7 basics.
I mean,
they will eventually they will draw it.
It's basically always true in some cases. Yeah,
but it would be definitely interesting, because Wizards have the behind the scenes data of these decks, how they really perform. Yeah, because maybe it's just our feeling that they're way too oppressive, and they have just a win rate of 52%. But I think the meta game is too big.
I don't think the Snowco piles are too oppressive. Not really. You can always keep them in check with fast combo or even with good Delver draws. It's for me, it's just the same like Ren and 6. It just pushes out deck diversity, and that's never a good thing.
Yeah.
Also staples like Wasteland and Blood Moon not being a card anymore just because of a one CMC little artifact. It's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, I think that Astrolabe is the card to hit that will make the piles way worse. Because Oko has no perfect Elka.
Yeah.
When entering the battlefield, Ur will be really hard to
support without any, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe green as a color would be less appealing.
Yeah.
After Astrolabe would be banned.
No, I think you still play your Oko because it's way too easy to splash, and you will keep Icewind Quartel.
And also you're in the same piles, but then you.
I think Uro will be maybe they keep the Uro, but they have to move up to 2 tropical island. I think.
Yeah, I mean for sure.
Yeah,
and with that, the mana base is way worse. I mean, if you hit Astrolabe, they have to play 2 drops and 2 Tundra.
Many more basic.
I think you can't even splash. Yeah, you will splash the Pyroblasts, but I don't think you can. You have to choose between white or black as your color.
I don't think you can reliably escape Euro and be 4 colors still.
Yeah.
That simply won't work.
So you have to choose between your third color between white, black, or red.
Yeah, and that would.
Just
with Astrolabe gone, I think the opportunity arises to have a new Grixis control list in the meta.
Yeah. Grixis would
with
be nice
Cling
to
to Dust to keep the Euros in check, and we would have a wheel again, we always like in Legacy. When this week is
this on top.
Delver good. Next week we have. Combo, no idea, but
Tess,
then
something
Tess
like
or Stompy decks maybe.
Or Stompy decks, and the next week then this, like it was pre-war. But
since then we have the same decks on top until something gets banned, then a value pile gets on top, then a new set releases, then we have another value pile or another combo deck on top, and then something gets banned, and we have the same value deck on top that was before on top.
I gotta say, at first I was very anti-Lurus.
Anti-companion?
Anti-Oko.
Okay.
But the more I think about it, and the more I played versus Oko, I think the real problem is only Astrolabe. And also Uro will get toned down a lot by an Astrolabe ban.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because you can't reliably cast it. Reliably.
I mean, escape basically. Cast is not a problem, but
escaping is the real deal. The casting is easy, but the problem is, I mean, without the support of Astrolabe, you can't really play Whale of Summer because it's way too hard to cast it. You
probably you don't can goes turn 1 basic island Astrolabe, turn 2 basic island
Ponder Swords to Plowshares, turn 3 basic island Oko, and turn 4 fetch Mystic Sanctuary, put something on top. Your Swords to Plowshares from turn.
And have perfect mana base with 4 islands.
That's the real deal with Astrolabe. It's just a little bit obnoxious to play against. I mean, I really love my Mystic Sanctuaries, and I'm abusing it myself with 4-color Snowcrow, with 4-color Painter Snowcrow. But
Yorion Painter
Snowcrow.
Of course, because you gotta play all Yorions.
Yeah, like we saw with Death in Texas, the 80 card Death in Texas list was really, actually quite nice.
Yeah, it's
I gotta say, with all the hate of Yorion and the companions in general, I think some of these lists are very, very creative.
yeah.
And just speak for the community to brew something new, which I always love.
Yeah, it's really, really great because, I mean, it was to some extent with Lurus that you have some deck diversity within the companion, and now with Urine you have Death in Texas using it that wins a challenge. You have Espel Vile using it. You have the Miracle Stacks using it. You have various
The Snowco piles.
Snowco. You have so many different decks that now play Urine. I mean, it could be the same thing with Urine again, if like it was with Lurus, but
Also,
yeah, it's the deck diversity is great. That's
here. I
one
also
thing.
think the Yorion piles will get toned down if you ban Astrolabe.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
you have a lot less.
I mean, basically good
Reason to
cards
go into.
to fill your deck, and
To cantrip through the whole
Cantrip.
20 plus cards you add.
Urine,
Yeah.
of course, can't blink the
the
Astrolabes.
Astrolabes. And I don't think that you want to play, how is it called? Prophetic Prism?
No. And also not mana Silix.
This is the one that doesn't draw a card.
Yeah, but for one
Yeah.
mana, yeah.
Abundant Grove is just... I mean, if the lists will play Abundant Grove, it's okay.
I mean, I think they do, right?
They do to some extent. I think I've seen lists which play none, but I think that the normal case is between 3 and 4.
I think they play 8 or.
No. Some lists only play 6.
Okay.
It's Astrolabe between 5-6 or 5-8.
Okay.
Yeah, but at least you can Reschadenpot the land.
Yeah.
That was just not the case with Astrolabe. It's
That's true. Also, the mana base is a lot worse if they have to fetch turn 1 forest.
Yeah.
Abundant Grove.
yeah. That's true too.
So much worse.
But yeah, we will definitely see what the future brings us for a metagame.
I think the meta will now resolve around the Yorion piles and fast combo, and something that preys on fast combo.
Yeah, and I think we will have a small circularity in this metagame. That is some little bit of rock, paper, scissors. But I think we have a little bit of a wheel.
Yeah, we
in the
will
near
move around
future.
them. Yeah.
That will be great.
That
I mean, we
seems-
will have Eldrazi Stomp and some decks like that around. And Stomp decks in general, but I think we will have a way healthier metagame. Like in Lurus times.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think it could be better, but
We have to work what we've got from WotC.
So I think that's
Seems like a good ending point.
for our
Episode.
episode here.
Yeah.
You can find us on Twitter.
Yes.
At-
Well, actually, we didn't mention our.
In the first
Twitter
episode,
handle,
and
We
now
kind of missed it. Yeah.
that's why I do it now.
So, Philip, how can we find us? Find you?
Us. At first, you can find us at Twitter at response_legacy. And you can find me on Twitter at PhinekMTG. PHINEK MTG.
Whoa, fancy.
Nicely spelled.
And I think you're streaming sometimes too.
Sometimes, if I have the time and I've got a new brew or I'm working on some brews, then you can find me also at twitch.tv/PhinekMTG. And yeah, and Peter, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter with /UnicornLord, but the O in the Lord is a 0. Then you can find me on Twitch too. with Unicorn Lord, the O is a 0 again in the Lord, but with an underscore, because whoever takes Unicorn Lord with an O is a 0. But yeah,
Really crazy people out there who are doing this.
I don't know these guys. I don't know. Such a crazy name. Yeah. Where can we find you, Daniel?
Yep, I'm not streaming currently, but mostly you can find me on Twitter at Flying Delver, and mostly on my website, which is greatness@anycost.com. Yeah.
And so we wrap it up. See you next time.
In response, you can find us on Response MTG on Twitter. Have you said that?
Yeah.
Already?
At Response Legacy.
At Response Legacy.
Yeah.
Okay. So in response, the end.